Chapter 2, 163, Meeting, Translator, Chibi General, Editor, Chibi General. Shang Yanfei showed a sincere smile as he walked into the house. Zhao Di hurriedly paid respects, while Shang Xin Ci sat beside the table, motionless as she continued to stare at the same spot. Shang Yanfei also sat beside the table, speaking in an extremely gentle voice. Ci, how do you feel now? Shang Xin. Ci had good upbringing after all. She stood up, took a few steps back and bowed. Lord Shang clan leader does not have to worry. I only fainted because my emotions were too intense. I have recovered now. I can hear and see well. There is no problem. Shang Yanfei quickly waved his hand. As long as you are fine, Ci, come sit down and talk. Shang Xin Ci only addressed him as Shang clan leader. Purposely using such a distant term, it caused his heart to ache. Shang Xin Ci sat down once again, as Zhao Di finally reacted and poured tea for Shang Yanfei. Li Huo, tell me, how were your past few years? Shang Yanfei looked at Shang Xin Ci gently. It was rather all right, Shang Xin Ci answered curtly, not wishing to converse deeply into it. But Zhao Di started to grumble. From young, Missy has been isolated by the clansmen. After Madame passed away, they got even harsher and wanted to snatch our family fortune. They are too evil, sir. You have to help Missy. Zhao Di, pour your tea. Shang Xin Ci rolled her eyes at Zhao Di. Zhao Di instantly shut up, not speaking anymore. Facing this, Shang Yanfei did not get anxious. Instead, the pity and pain in his heart grew. He laughed. Right, how did you get here? Coming here from Zhang clan, it is a huge distance away. Sir, you almost failed to see Missy. We barely made it out alive in this journey. The entire caravan of 1,000 was reduced to us 4. Luckily, we met Lord He Tu and Bai Yun and gained their assistance. If not, Zhao Di could not control herself and blabbered. Zhao Di! Shang Xin Ci glared at Zhao Di. Zhao Di had to shut up once again. Shang Yanfei memorized the 2 names, He Tu and Bai Yun, as he smiled. From now on, you 2 will stay here. It is extremely safe. When you are bored, you can take a walk in the garden or go outside for shopping. You have just arrived here and are not familiar with the estate yet. It is easy to get lost. I will send a servant over to you. She is familiar with the environment. I shall leave first. Take a good rest for now. Shang Yanfei could tell Shang Xin Ci still needed time to adjust her mindset. At this point, he needed to give her time and space to adapt. Master is such a good person. Although he is the Shang clan leader, he is so amiable. Missy, he is your birth father after all. Seeing Shang Yanfei leave, Zhao Di urged. I know, I understood mother's intentions when I first saw him. She instructed me to come to Shanglang Mountain before she died, yet not telling me the reason. That is because she was not certain if he would acknowledge me as his daughter. Although he has accepted me, I do not feel good about it. This is all too sudden. Missy, no matter what, no matter where you go, I will stay by your side. Zhao Di stood before the table, grabbing Shang Xin Ci's hand and encouraging. Shang Xin Ci was moved and nodded, placing her palm on top of Zhao Di's. Of course, if Missy can stay here, that would be the best. You know, this is Shang clan. Oh God, glory and wealth are all within arm's reach. Zhang clan can't even hold a candle to Shang clan, Missy. Zhao Di made a wry face as she said, Oh, you! Shang Xin Ci laughing speechlessly, feeling helpless against Zhao Di. Zhao Di snickered. As her laughter infected Shang Xin Ci, it resolved the remaining grudge in her heart. Shang Yanfei walked out of the room, and his smile vanished completely. He wore a black robe and had blood-colored hair. A handsome face with eyes shining with cold light, he habitually tightened his lips together, showing off his determined and decisive personality. He is Shang Yanfei, this generation's Shang clan leader. He was cruel and ruthless. For the clan leader position, he forced 2 brothers and a sister to commit suicide. He was resolute in killing when he first got into power. A faraway clan village thought that they were at a safe distance and attacked Shang clan's caravan. He ignored all objections and expended much resources to murder every single person in that village. He murdered all those who surrendered, and their skulls piled into a mountain, in front of those elders who first objected his decision to retaliate. He held an iron rule. Since he got into power, he consolidated his political strength and practiced nepotism, suppressing his competition. Quickly adding over a dozen external clan elders, he used only 3 years to transform the entire Shang clan higher up into his personal voice. He had great vision and talent for business. During his years in power, Shang clan's caravan grew 3 times in size. Up to 100 clans became Shang clan's subordinates and formed into a great hidden force. He appointed people based on merits, even for his own children. There was 15 Shang clan young master positions originally, but after his rule, he reduced it to 10. What's more rare is his talent, having a great aptitude at the same time as he ruled the clan. His cultivation also rose as quickly, ahead of his peers, causing many to admire, hate, and be jealous of him. This is Shang Yanfei, the man standing on top of the southern border's mortal realm. This subordinate greets Lord Clan Leader. A young female Gu master bowed and paid respects. Tian Lan, from today onwards, you will take care of Missy Ci to the best of your efforts, Shang Yanfei said coldly. This subordinate understands. The young girl nodded. When you are near her, pay great attention and find out some information. Missy Ci might not like to speak, but her servant speaks without thinking. She is your easiest breakthrough point. I want you to find out how exactly did they manage to come to Shangliang Mountain. Yes, this subordinate understands. Go now. This subordinate takes her leave. Tianlan was an orphan adopted by Shang Yanfei. She was loyal and could be trusted to use. Her ability to perform was great too. In just 3 days, she completed her mission. Hey Tu Baiyun, demonic Gu masters. Shang Yanfei rubbed his chin. If this is real, I have to thank the 2 of them well, but to prevent other possibilities, I have to investigate them more clearly. Thinking of this, Shang Yanfei summoned Wei Yang. Go find these 2. One is called He Tu, the other Bai Yun, one male and one female, both demonic Gu masters. Their facial features are as such. In 3rd Inner City. It has already been 3 days. Have those 2 stayed in Nanshu Garden the entire time? Yes, young master. From that day on, they stayed deep within. The most they did was to come out and buy some milk. This subordinate thinks those milk are for feeding the Gu worms. Damn it! Shang Yazi gritted his teeth. His gaze was like a dagger that wanted to cut those 2 people into pieces. The assessment was impending. Among the 10 young masters, he was at last place. If he does not get any business done, he would definitely be eliminated. Shang Yanfei had many children, but there are only 10 young master positions. Comparing ordinary children and young masters, their treatment were a world apart from each other. Young masters gathered attention and could control one of Shang clan's business with unlimited glamour and fortune awaiting. Young clan leader was even more outstanding. But if it were just ordinary children, then their treatment was no different than other clansmen. Shang Yazi had already experienced the authority of a young master. Asking him to go back to the ordinary lifestyle of the clansman is akin to asking him to die. Thus, he needed that inheritance. Not just obtaining it, but also getting it at a low price. Only when the price is low will his profit be high. But these 2, Fang and Bai, were as stubborn as rocks, refusing to bow to him. If this was the 4th or 5th Inner City, he could use some extreme methods and force them to submit. But now that they stayed in 3rd Inner City, Shang Yazi would not even dare to think of using force here. This cannot go on. They have time to waste, but I do not. It seems I have to go myself. Shang Yazi could not take it anymore, bringing his subordinates and arriving at Nanshu Garden. Nanshu Garden was a residential area for esteemed guests to stay in. In 3rd Inner City, there was no inns, only these small-sized gardens. Staying here for a day requires 30 primeval stones, that is 300 for 10 days, and nearly 1,000 a month. Nanshu Garden's price was still cheap among 3rd Inner City estates. Some large-sized gardens require 100 primeval stones a day. For some special grade gardens, you cannot stay with just primeval stones. You needed the Shang Clan token. In Shang Clan City, every acre of land is as valuable as gold, especially in Third Inner City, where commodity prices are sky high. Shang Yazi brought his people over to visit, as Fang and Bai were playing chess beside the lotus pond. Shang Yazi snorted, saying in a taunting tone, "You two sure have great interests. Why didn't you go to other shops to ask these days? What's there to ask? Those who want to buy will find their way here. Am I right?" Fang Yuan laughed lightly. "You!" Shang Yazi flew into a rage. Fang Yuan's attitude was angering him. He gritted his teeth, forcefully suppressing his emotions, raising his head and saying arrogantly, "I'm looking at the fact that you have it tough. I'll make it 500,000. Are you happy now? 500,000 primeval stones? No deal. At least 650. Fang Yuan glanced at Shang Yazi before turning back to the chessboard. Shang Yazi's eyes squinted into a thin line as he took a few steps towards Fang Yuan and threatened, "You two demonic goo masters, how dare you pretend? I've checked up on your backgrounds. You snatched this inheritance from Bai Clan, right? I heard you even killed Bai Clan's two young masters. You had better take the chance now and sell it quickly. I'll tell you, these few days, a Thai clan group has already reached Shangling Mountain and are looking for your traces. What do you think will happen if I expose your information to them?" "Oh, go tell them then." Fang Yuan laughed heartily. "You." Shang Yazi pointed at Fang Yuan, unable to endure it anymore. "I'll tell you, 500,000 is my greatest sincerity. Other than selling it to me, what other choices do you have? None. This is my priority. You had better understand your circumstances." At this time, a light descended from the sky and turned into a goo master. This goo master looked around before bowing slightly, saying towards Fang and Bai, "Sir He Tu and Lady Bai Yun, I am Wei Yang. As with clan leader's orders, I am inviting both of you to the second inner city for a talk." "What? Father wants to meet these two personally?" Shang Yazi felt lightning strike him as his eyes stared widely, expressing his utter fear. "This is really bad.